history that travels to Germany. Our belief is to show you the Germany that not many people, actually believe in. Usually people think of bars and Hitler and Nazis, and that's Germany. But we want to show the scenery, the other attractions that are there, the rich culture that is this country. So here's Germany. Maybe not. There we go. So general items we suggest you bring: passport, always important when you're traveling to a different country. It should be valid, for at least 6 months from the start of the trip. You want to exchange your dollars for your US dollars to euros, just because there is a currency difference there, and it's easier for the locals there to not have to worry about exchanging US dollars to euros at the cashier. It makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for them. Necessary shots and vaccinations. Germany, there's not much you have to worry about, but it's better to be healthy and better to be safe than sorry. It's a much safer country than other areas, so you don't really have to worry about terrible vaccines. And of course a visa. We'd love for you to travel with us, but if you want to go elsewhere afterwards, we highly suggest that. This world's a beautiful place, and there's a lot of areas to explore, including Australia, Japan, and China. And of course clothes suited for the German weather. It does get a bit cold over there. Alright, so we're going to go through on day 1. We're going to be landing in Berlin. And we're going to land in Berlin in the evening and driven to a well-reviewed hotel for dinner. Growing accustomed to the time change can be difficult. Be sure to stop in and enjoy the bar, and the bar is located within your establishment. Day 2, we're going to be going to Prague. After breakfast, you'll travel by bus to your first experience in an authentic German bar, Barfy Barfly. Located in the ghetto Czech side of Prague, this hole-in-the-wall tourist destination will encompass all that Germany has to offer, and will set the stage for the rest of your experience during your travels. It's a great place to begin. It's rich in history, and the local brew is fantastic. Alright, then we're going to go to southern Bohemia. We will depart late afternoon from Prague to Bohemia for a guided tour of one of the more traditional breweries, the Herald Brewery. After sampling their fine beer, we will travel back to our hotel. And one of the nice things about Germany as well is, one of the beautiful attractions is just the scenery, traveling from one destination to the other. As you can see in the background, Germany is a beautiful place to see. Alright, day 4, we're going to be going to Bamberg. After breakfast, we will travel by bus to Bamberg, making a short stop in Zen to enjoy the Pilsner Urquell Brewery. After our guided tour and complimentary lunch and alcoholic beverages, we will continue to Bamberg. After dinner, you'll be free to enjoy the historic scenery. As long as you're not caught, you can explore wherever you like. Day 5. So we're going to the Raceway in Nuremberg in day 5. This is a place that many people that are into cars and racing, they know this place. It's rich in history, rich in culture. Anybody who knows anything about car racing knows the Nuremberg Raceway. We'll be leaving bright and early after breakfast to make our way to Nuremberg. As this trip takes roughly an hour, we advise you to take a book on hand to keep yourself preoccupied, although the scenery is a beautiful thing to do as well. While in Nuremberg, we will enjoy the famous Nuremberg racetrack, a must-see for any race enthusiast. Dinner will be available at our hotels, which look over the Nuremberg racetrack.
And obviously, if you wanted to drive any of the cars or do anything like that, you do have to take a sobriety test before, because obviously during this trip we have been drinking quite a lot. We just want to make sure that everything is safe, that you come back home in one piece. On day 6, we are going to go back to Berlin. After sleeping and enjoying a late breakfast, we will make our trip back to Berlin in our one final day in Germany. We will definitely visit more of the historical sites like the Holocaust memorials. Directly afterwards, we will have the one final drink at the Porcelain King Prayer House before going back to the hotel and departing earlier that next morning. Just wanted to make sure you get more of the history side of it. Obviously, we've been visiting, different pubs, different raceways, just a more scenery aspect, where this kind of gets you more into the historical side of Germany. Day 7, which is our final day, we will be going to rehab, obviously, just because you have been drinking a lot of alcohol. You will be, cleansing yourself of, all the stuff that has entered your body as in food, different stuff like that. Major cities and attractions, so we have Berlin, as you can see, population there. Big thing that's in Berlin, obviously, is the Berlin Wall. They speak German there. And then the next day, we are going to go see the ESCO World. And then Frankfurt. obviously we are going in October, so we will be definitely visiting mainly the big Oktoberfest festivals, and then we will also be visiting the Porsche Museum as well too, which is definitely exciting because those cars are very expensive and also very fun to drive. And then we do have our detailed schedule. As you can see, on the first day, your flight definitely does take up more than what we would like to anyways. But when you first arrive, you will definitely be shuttled to the hotel. You'll have free time to kind of explore the city, get clothes, souvenirs, different stuff like that. Then there will be dinner and then spirits at the hotel as usual. Different days, obviously there's breakfast in the morning, free time, bus rides to the different locations that we will be visiting. More spirits, a lot of drinking. Day 4, we'll be looking at, bus rides, different breweries, different, craft beers, everything like that. And then day 6 is probably one of my favorite days just because you get to the more historical side of Germany. And then we will have day 7, you'll have your flight back, and then the bus ride to rehab because we don't want you driving anywhere because you will probably be quite dangerous at that point. Travel expenses, kind of have our cost breakdown here. Obviously, as you can see, airfare is quite expensive, just like all the other stuff you've been seeing today. Airfare is probably one of the most expensive, and hotel as well too. You want to make sure that your experience is very well remembered here in Germany. Food, drink, all that good stuff. Rehab really doesn't cost much just because it's a very simple thing to do. Clothing, obviously, if you want to, you can bring your own clothing, but you can also buy, different, shirts and different stuff like that. Souvenirs as well to bring back to your family members that you care about.
And even the ones you don't.
Discounts, we do offer a 10% refer a friend discount available. Basically, so if you refer a friend, bring them along, you have a drinking buddy, we will give a 10% off discount on the cost of the total trip. In closing, Germany is a country that offers cultural, historical, and aesthetically. Unfortunately, many people think of the cold, harsh environment. Germany is actually a very beautiful place, especially